about Apple, iPad and Google. I think it's called Chromebook. I'm talking about origination. The origination actually is not really good as you might think. The origination belongs to the house. I came to that in Minnesota. So this has basically Minnesota law violations and intellectual property violations. They can develop for themselves, not for my stuff. What do I mean by that? Well, give me a second. So computer, okay, so suppose there is AOL. Suppose this is 91 or 92. I came to this in 92. So 91 AOL for everybody. 91 Apple, Web, IBM, Oracle. So what they had is this one. They had, suppose, you know, Star Network, this computer at some building. Apple, I did not see anywhere they had network, so I assumed they had computers inside there, a network. Web between 10 billions, and then IBM computers inside. I put like this inside like this. So Apple inside too. Oracle computers inside. So I came to a system in 92 which is, okay, hold on. I came to a system in 92 and nobody could use. You know what I mean? Nobody could use, but they did. Two, Leo I. And anything I said in the house, Google could not use and Apple could not use, but they did. So they have bad paperwork. Now, so I came to a system in 92. Suppose this is box, this would be a wireless, short wireless, transmitting, receiving. This one if you want to connect line. So this is connected basically to the line. And then it goes to the box, different providers, and then goes to the line. This goes to Asia, this goes to Europe, and suppose this goes to Mexico, South America. Suppose South America and Mexico. Okay, so now why I came to this unit? I came to that unit which is Apple and Chrome is using, Google. Actually they have bad beginning, and they probably have illegal papers for it, because this one, it's not their development. They never had it. So because my ex-wife told about that, they implemented. So Google and Apple are in violations of private property and intellectual property. So this unit is supposed to work not with them. This unit is made basically, I came to it, it's a special unit, it's not a really computer. It's a lightweight unit which has transmitting, receiving, to work with Wi-Fi, and it's okay to have line too, in case they don't have Wi-Fi. Why I had this? Well, because I have small storage, which is drive, and big storage, which is called today cloud, but it's not a cloud, it's a wrong name. So basically small storage and big storage. The reason I came to this, it's specifically designed for my network. So Apple cannot use, before using and doing anything, Apple had to talk to me. Apple could not use. Okay, let's put this way. And then Google implemented. Google is in complete violations. All we have is violations. So suppose this is Google, and whatever they were saying inside of what they call it, Stanford. This did not come from Stanford. I did not allow it to use to anyone from Stanford. You can use this on top, but I never did allow to use any of my custom network with different ends, designed for houses, my softwares and so forth. I never did allow. And whoever told Google to give the name, they can give name for their stuff. If they want to do something like that, for that one, yes, not for this one. They cannot give name for my search engine. That's my search engine. Whatever they had front page and other pages, linking and all this, structures, pictures, maps, everything, that's my search engine. That's not Google search engine. That's illegal use of my engine, and illegal use of my custom network, and illegal use of international ends. I never did allow them. It was not for free to use to anyone. It was for me to use, not for them. So Google basically in multiple violations after violations, for search engine, for maps, for chat, for everything, for email. Could not program, and could not offer on Wall Street. You could not copyright. Okay, many violations. Please. So this unit basically is light, and the reason why I came to idea of light unit, because I had a computer at that time and it was very heavy, because don't forget that was 92, and even if they had some kind of laptops, they were extremely bulky and heavy, whatever. And actually in 93 I worked at Seagate Technologies, final inspection for hard drives, and at some point I was in production hard drives, and then inspection and cutting wafer and whatever, inspecting wafer under microscope. So basically hard drive and all that, it's like extra weight. So to me that was kind of like a unit. At that time in 92 they were talking about no moving parts hard drive. For me it was interesting, no moving parts. But anyway, this is like a simplified hard drive, and everything simplified because I have storage. To me this unit, if you want to save something, you save here. So in normal way, with a normal way, Oracle or someone, you either want to save, they save inside, IBM save inside, web is saving there, Apple saving there, AOL saving there. So in my case, I go provider, and it depends on the end. I could have in Japan somewhere or in Europe, but suppose in US, so I would save, suppose if I am like a small, just a regular customer, I would save here for the drive. But if I have cloud, if I am into bigger business, I would save there, cloud, because I need more storage than this one. So this is my unit. This is my unit. It was for me to use. The beginning is the house in Minnesota. This is Minnesota. It does not belong to Apple. It does not. This house did not belong to Apple. The development did not belong to Apple, and this unit did not belong to Apple. They could not do anything unless they talked to me. So what they did, they made up look like this. Okay, for free to use this, for free. Any of my software development they can use for free. I'm telling you right now, they use illegal papers. Constantly they use illegal papers and fraudulent statements. So if you, Apple, didn't come to network, then you should not do any of this, because I know this is mine. It came from the house. Whoever said good idea, that's my house. It's not for them to speculate what I said in the house. So basically this came from me in the house. Apple red tape and whatever Google, well, I don't know what color. Suppose they have a different color. I don't know, whatever, gray. Suppose they have gray. Beside everything, they have gray. Gray. So if they have Chrome, they could do Chrome for their building, some kind of building, but not related to my business, because they were programmers. Okay, programmers, normally programmers would work here. So, but because they use my search engine and my network, and this, basically that is illegal. Chrome and Apple's, it has a wrong beginning. You don't get something from the house and use to your advantage and tell people stories, and then you trade. You cannot trade on Wall Street. If it's not your house, it's not your. You need to have lawyer for everything, for network, for this, for this, for this. It was not for free use. If anybody will find papers, it was for free to use. That is fraudulent papers, illegal papers. All my papers had to be done here. So that one, Apple red tape, and this one too. Not your, this one beginning. If you don't want to pay, you need to be substantially different. All your units should not work with this exploring. It should only work with your computer. Like inside you put computer, like whatever, like IBM. It should work with IBM, yes, not with this. You should not, this one should not do anything for exploring, and should not do anything for search engine, nothing. This one illegals, this one criminals today. It was not for them to use. They use illegal papers. And Apple, for them, that big storage cannot use. Cannot. Small storage cannot use. No agreements, nothing. It's not for you made. Because you're trying to copy them. And then somehow you use this network. I don't get any money for network illegal use. I don't get money, nothing. So what you're trying to do, you're trying to use this and my network and my what is small unit. So all of it. Basically Apple cannot use. If they want to use, they need to pay compensation, and then they should have lawyer, everything, because anything came from outside. You should have a lawyer, but you don't have. All they have is illegal papers from ex-wife or from God knows who. Okay, So now, wait. So now, if you look this drive, this storage, so that belongs to my system. It does not belong to Apple. So what Apple did, or whoever said to them, just put another storage. Another company put another storage, another storage, another storage. No. If you want to use this, you need to have an agreement. You don't just keep multiplying. So what happened, Google implemented my system and storage. Now Apple Apple have Drive. And then what, 1 million people have the same. I never released that for free to use. I never did. So stop lying. Whoever is lying there. And I never did allow to use for free. So stop lying. And for anything they wanna use, anything mine from 92, they should have lawyer and they should have agreement and pay compensation. It's not for free to use. My house is not for free to use. And any of my developments was not for free to use. It is all made up. All should have copyrights infringements, all. So if you see storage on this, and if you see, suppose, a unit like iPad or Chrome, or it could be someone else, Microsoft maybe, something, anyone making lighter unit to work with this, that's not your intellectual property. You cannot do anything for it. You should do for your IBM building, Microsoft building, Apple building, but don't do anything for this. That would be illegal use, I'm telling you right now. And you were in illegal use. You got that from the house because Olga was talking about my development from the house. That's how you got it. So Apple should have two things, and Chrome too. First, house, illegal use of what wasn't private property, and second thing, it's not me talking, it's somebody else making stupid papers and false statements. Well, and then they should not really use anything, my storage, network, nothing. So if they're making, they should not see any of my, if they don't like to pay, whatever unit they make, it should not work with this, with international ends, and they should not have any access to my software platforms if they don't like to pay, because they are doing very wrong steps. Normally, if it's not done at the company, they need to have lawyer. So if I came to this, what make you to think you can do the same drive, you can do the same this, email too. If you don't want to pay, because they use my design, Apple is using my mail design, and it's located here. I do not allow Apple to have a mail. Either you pay, or you should completely remove drive, storage, mail, and that unit should not work with Exploring. It should be redesigned to work with something else, because that's not your Exploring. You never had project of Exploring, and I never did allow. All you have is fake papers and false statements. That's real truth. And what you offer on Wall Street, if you offer this one, this my platforms, it should have fraud, because I was in US and somebody was making papers look like I am overseas, look like I allow where I am not overseas. I did not allow. So, and like I said, if they want money overseas, that's not my paper, that's made up. I am in America. I never said money should go there. Compensation, I mean. So basically, I told you about special unit. That special unit should work with drive or storage, because I reduced on storing inside because I have storing outside. So for people who don't like to carry big thing in backpacks, that would be that light unit for them. But with that, expect storing outside. That's how I had. There is advantage to it. The one advantage, and some might say disadvantage. The advantage is if you store here, and suppose somebody stole your unit, or you broke, or you dropped somewhere, or maybe you know, like some in California houses are burning close to the forest, to the to the hill, mountain. Some houses are burned, so fire. So suppose if you save here, so it will not affect the storing, even if your computer is all black and burned. So that is advantage. But the disadvantage is the privacy. To what extent privacy, especially with those people, they used illegally. Those are people very questionable how good they are. I don't know. I would not really trust, because if they use illegally, keep talking there about my search engine and my network and everything and my software decisions, and they don't have one single idea to see talent and make legal, they keep looking at some kind of other people. Olga with your strange people. They should have talent and attorney for everything, not ex-wife with her some strange people. So in that case, I don't know how good that is. My original idea was my programming, whatever, network should not work with others. So other people cannot get inside easily, but they added that open source for that. It was not my plan. My plan was not to work with others. So if we don't want to get in, they cannot reprogram mine because they don't know the language. It's kind of like Apple, the Unix, they changed Unix to whatever they want. So to me it's either Unix or anything, but I need to have my own language from 92, but somebody added open source. And any of those softwares, to me, from 92, not only to search engine but to my platforms, everything should not really work with others because of security reasons, and I don't like somebody get inside and reprogram something. They should not know my language, really. That's how I had. Kind of like Apple. In fact, in 92 I did see Apple. It was in Minnesota. It was like a very small computer, like a small computer on a table. It's kind of funny looking. It's not a tower, but it's looked like a kind of a longer box. I think you put CD inside. I've seen them in 92. So okay, that was your decision, but this is my decisions for mine. So if you want to use mine, then you should talk to me. You should have attorney and more legal, because if you trade something you got from the house because of some crooked ways, and you trade and you have that product, that does not look right. And Google is completely, they're completely all copycats. They're all illegals. Most of it, what you see, it is my search engine. They are completely deep into illegal use. They should not have it. So that's shortly about the special unit like iPad and Chromebook and any similar like that. Have a good time. Bye.